Oh, 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 oh. Sahana avtu, Sahana bhunaktu, Sahaviryam karvavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Before we start from the verse number 3, uh, I would like to just emphasize the importance of chapter 2. Though I had explained all these things on 8th of January when we started our introduction, chapter 2 is extremely important. It serves as the summary of the entire Bhagavad Gītā. Chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gītā marks the true beginning of Lord Krishna's spiritual instruction to Arjuna. Chapter 2 is the very heart of the entire scripture. Chapter 2 begins when Krishna finally speaks, turning Arjun's confusion into clear spiritual guidance. If a person truly understands the teachings of chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gītā and lives by them in daily life, then the essence of the entire Gita is already understood. The rest of the Gita only expands on the same wisdom. Chapter 2 teaches us the formula for a powerful life. Know who you are. Do your duty without fear. Let go of the results. Master your mind. And what do we achieve from that? Purity of mind, chitta shuddhi. Now we come to verse 3. Klebhyam ma isma gamaha parth na etat tvai upapadyate Kshudram hirde daurbalyam tyaktva uttisht parantap. The translation of this verse is, O son of Pratha, who is Arjun, do not give in to this weakness. It is not worthy of you. Let go of this small-hearted fear and stand up. O mighty warrior who defeats enemies, wake up. O Parth, of course, Bhagavan Krishna is addressing, do not fall into weakness or cowardice. This kind of helplessness and loss of inner strength does not suit you at all. It does not suit a warrior. It does not suit a person of courage and honor. And it certainly does not suit a Kshatriya like you. Do not allow your strength, vitality, and inner fire to fade away at this critical moment when all your power and capacity are needed. This weakness, this loss of tejas, which is bravery, and ojas, which is vital vitality, is completely unworthy of you. See how Krishna is addressing Arjun. Remember who you are, son of Pratha, son of Kunti. How brave your mother was. With immense hardship, she raised 5 warriors alone. With what face will you stand before her if you run away now? When she sent you to battle, she did not pray for comfort. She said, let difficulties come again and again. Such was her courage. And you, renowned across the worlds as a great warrior, the one who even fought Lord Shiv and earned the Pashu Patastra, are you now overwhelmed by fear? This faint-hearted, this faint-heartedness arises from weakness of the mind and intellect. When the mind loses strength, confusion takes over, and one begins to speak helplessly. My head is spinning. My bow slips from my hand. My body burns. This is not reality. It is mental weakness. This weakness is petty. It shrinks a great person into something small. It only appears powerful, but in truth, it is insignificant before your real capacity. Abandon it through clarity, discrimination, and right understanding. Once you abandon it, stand up. Merely standing up itself will awaken strength. You cannot rise unless you first drop this inner weakness. O Parantap, scorcher of enemies, your nature is to defeat opposition, not surrender to it. Therefore, give up this small minded weakness, rise with strength, and perform your duty. Now, we will discuss the same thing in more detail using guru student dialogue, which is question and answer type of conversation. A student is asking a question. Why is this verse considered one of the strongest motivational messages ever spoken? The Guru replies, because this verse is not only for Arjun, it was spoken to every human being at the moment of inner collapse. Whenever a person feels overwhelmed, afraid, confused, or unable to act, this verse becomes alive. It is a direct command to reclaim inner strength. Klebyam ma isma kamaha parth. Do not yield to weakness or cowardice. A student is asking a question. What exactly does klebyam mean? The Guru replies, Klebyam does not merely mean physical weakness. It means loss of courage, loss of self respect, loss of inner fire, emotional collapse, and mental paralysis. It is that condition where a capable person says, I cannot do this. I am not strong enough. Shri Krishna says, do not go there. Do not even touch that state, which means remove from, we should remove this from our dictionary or from our vocabulary. I cannot do this. I'm not strong enough. A student is asking another question. Why does Krishna say this does not suit you? The Guru replies, because weakness is not universal. It is relative to one's potential. A child crying is natural. A warrior collapsing before battle is not. Krishna reminds Arjun of who he truly is. A trained warrior, a disciplined seeker, a person of proven courage. Weakness becomes shameful only when it contradicts your true nature. A student is asking another question. Why does Krishna call him Parth? The Guru replies, this is a psychological master stroke. Parth means son of Pratha, who is Kunti. Krishna reminds Arjun of his mother's courage. Kunti prayed, let difficulties come again and again. She did not ask for comfort. She asked for strength. Krishna is saying, you come from such a mother. How can fear live in you? A student is asking another question. Why does Krishna call this weakness Chudram, which means petty? The Guru replies, because this weakness is an illusion. It looks big. It feels overwhelming. But in reality, it is small compared to your strength. Like a shadow that looks frightening in darkness, but disappears the moment light appears. This weakness shrinks your thinking. It narrows your vision. It makes a giant feel tiny. That is why Krishna says it is not worthy of you. A student is asking another question. Arjun says his body trembles, his bow slips. Is this physical weakness? The Guru replies, no, it is mental weakness reflecting through the body. The root cause is weak mind, not weak ability. When the mind collapses, hands shake, breathe becomes shallow, thoughts become confused. Krishna diagnoses it clearly. Hriday Daurbalyam, weakness of heart, mind, and intellect. Fix the mind, and the body follows. A student is asking another question. How can one give up weakness? The Guru replies, not by force, but by understanding. Krishna implies use discrimination, which is vivek. See reality clearly. Recognize that fear is exaggerated. When understanding rises, weakness naturally falls. A student is asking another question. Why is get up so important? The Guru replies, because action creates strength. Arjun had thrown away his bow and sat down. Krishna says, first stand up, even before solving the problem. Stand up physically, mentally, morally. Standing up itself restores dignity, awakens courage, signals readiness. A student is asking another question. Why does Krishna call him Parantap? The Guru replies, to remind him of his true identity. You are not meant to be burned by fear. You are meant to burn obstacles. Fear is now your enemy. Confusion is now your enemy. Weakness is now your enemy. Scorch them. The Guru continues. This verse teaches us your weakness is not permanent. Your fear is not factual. Your confusion is not your nature. Your strength is still intact. All you need is right understanding, courage to rise, commitment to duty, swadharma. Give up small heartedness. Stand up and do what must be done. This is not just Arjun's teaching. This is life's command to every human being. In just two verses, verse number 2 and verse number 3, Bhagwan Shri Krishna completely overturns Arjun's long emotional arguments. He does not debate point by point or analyze every reason Arjun gives. Instead, in one powerful statement, he dismisses everything Arjun has said so far as meaningless confusion born from weakness of heart. Instead, in one powerful statement, he dismisses everything Arjun has said so far as meaningless confusion born from weakness of heart. Krishna does not even call it nonsense. He uses the word kashmalam, inner confusion and moral paralysis, which is worse than ignorance. Arjun's words may sound noble and compassionate, but they arise from fear and emotional weakness, not true wisdom. Krishna commands Arjun to abandon this weakness, stand up, and change his way of thinking. But Arjun is not ready to accept this correction. He feels offended. He believes his emotions are noble, pure, and morally superior. He thinks Krishna should appreciate and encourage his feelings, not criticize them. In Arjun's view, the right response would have been for Krishna to agree with him and say, "Yes, you are right. Let us abandon this war and go to the Himalayas." Arjun once again presents his arguments, expecting Krishna to recognize the greatness of his thoughts, and that we will examine this exchange more deeply from verse 4. And we will talk next week, verse 4 and verse 5 together. Now we come back to understand this more deeply using guru and student dialogue. A student is asking a question. Arjun spoke with such compassion, morality, and sensitivity. Why did Krishna reject everything so harshly? The Guru replies, because truth does not flatter weakness. Even when weakness wears the costume of nobility, Arjun's words sound elevated, emotional, and compassionate, but they are rooted in fear, not wisdom. Krishna sees beyond the poetry of words and directly diagnoses the disease of the heart. A student is asking another question. Isn't compassion a virtue? Why does Krishna criticize it? The Guru replies, compassion guided by clarity is divine. Compassion guided by clarity is divine, and compassion mixed with confusion is destructive. Arjun's compassion arises only when it becomes inconvenient for him to act. He did not show this compassion before the war preparations. He was ready. It appears suddenly when action demands courage. That is why Krishna calls it Hriday Daurbalyam, weakness of the heart. The student is asking another question. Why does Krishna say this does not suit you? The Guru replies, because Arjun is not an ordinary person. He is a trained warrior, a protector of justice, a leader with responsibility. Running away from duty might appear spiritual, but escaping responsibility is not spirituality. Krishna is saying this behavior may suit a coward, but not you. True motivation begins when we are reminded who we really are. A student is asking another question. What does the word klebhyam really mean? The Guru replies, klebhyam means inner impotence, loss of courage, psychological collapse. It is not physical weakness. It is the refusal to rise when life demands strength. Krishna is not insulting Arjun. He is awakening him. Sometimes the greatest compassion comes as strong words, not soft encouragement. A student is asking another question. But Arjun felt morally right. But Arjun felt morally right. How can noble feelings be wrong? The Guru replies, feeling noble does not mean being right. A drunk man may feel confident. A frightened man may feel ethical. But feelings are not truth. Krishna teaches, do not judge your actions by emotion alone. Judge them by duty, wisdom, and long term consequence. Krishna teaches, do not judge your actions by emotion alone. Judge them by duty, wisdom, and long term consequence. A student is asking another question. Why does not Krishna debate logically with Arjun? The Guru replies, because logic cannot cure emotional paralysis. When someone is drowning, you do not explain swimming theory. You pull them up. Krishna uses command, not argument. Abandon weakness, stand up. Motivation begins with movement, not discussion. Student is asking, what is the deeper message for us today from this verse? The Guru replies, this verse is a universal wake-up call. Whenever you say, I cannot, I am too sensitive, this is not my nature, I feel it is wrong for me. Ask yourself, is this wisdom or fear pretending to be wisdom? Krishna speaks to every human being who hides fear behind noble excuses. Krishna speaks to every human being who hides fear behind noble excuses. A student is asking another question. What does uttisht, which is stand up, truly mean? The Guru replies, it means stand up from confusion, stand up from self pity. Stand up from emotional weakness. Stand up into responsibility. Standing up is the first spiritual act. Before meditation, philosophy, renunciation, stand up. Student is asking another question. Why does Krishna call Arjun Parantap, destroyer of enemies? The Guru replies, to remind him of his inner power. Krishna is explaining that these are your strengths. Your greatest enemy is not outside, it is fear, doubt, attachment, weak resolve. Krishna is saying, you were born to conquer inner weakness. Do not surrender to it. You were born to conquer inner weakness. Do not surrender to it. And this is the message for all of us. The Guru continues. This single verse teaches, do not glorify weakness. Do not romanticize fear. Do not escape duty in the name of morality. Rise, act, face life courageously. Krishna does not say, you are bad. He says, you are greater than this. See the way of explanation. That's the motivation. Krishna does not say you are bad. He says you are greater than this. The Guru continues. When life demands courage, do not offer excuses. When responsibility calls, do not hide behind emotion. When weakness arises, do not decorate it with philosophy. Abandon inner weakness. Stand up. Act. This is the Gita's roar. When life demands courage, do not offer excuses. When responsibility calls, do not hide behind emotion. When weakness arises, do not decorate it with philosophy. Abandon inner weakness. Stand up. Act. This is the Gita's roar. And we conclude here. Om Purnamadaha Purnam Idam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।